A small fox is shown hanging from the corner of a rock and about to fall. A kid is shown moving forward while seeing the fox in this trouble. He saves it. While saving it, the kid hangs with the mountain accidentally. The fox was also trying to save him, but it couldn't succeed. Its hands make the hand of the kid injured. The kid is shown falling from the mountain. The fox immediately moves down from the mountain to help the kid. Seeing no response from his side, the fox becomes depressed. Its tear falls on the injured hand of the kid. The scene cuts and the scene after 500 years is shown. The souls of the foxes are shown in human faces. We can say there were fox souls in the human body. The souls of the young foxes get together at a place and their purpose was to get immortality. They want to make themselves like death will never approach them. A fox soul is shown who hasn't a ticket, so it couldn't go inside the temple. It was sad because of not going inside, and its friends were making fun of it, because they think it can't do anything. Here enters the nine-tailed fox. And it was transformed into an old man in a short time. It was the chief of the Fox Souls tribe. He was telling the Fox Souls need a special object to become immortal and powerful. It is called the Elixir of Souls, and it is found in their human bodies. They start performing their ritual. They get black elixir from the foxtail human body. It means the thing that will give them power, but the black elixir was useless. One of the girls named Ozzy finds a red elixir. She changes into a five-tailed fox with it. Now she has become powerful. The old man was telling them there will be a day in the next month you will get the white elixir. The fox charges into a nine-tailed fox after getting it. The nine-tailed fox is known as the strongest fox. The old man tells the white elixir is found once after thousands of years. With it, the fox transforms into nine-tailed fox. Later, the fox souls are shown in front of a powerful stone. This stone has to give them their missions. The fox soul is again shown who doesn't have the ticket to come inside the temple. It somehow reaches the temple. It also moves its hand forward to the magical stone. So it will also assign a mission. The complete thing wasn't written on its hand, but it was happy that something is written. After the ceremony, the chief takes it to a site. He asks, did he know the meaning of the writing on its hand? He replies, no, I don't know. He says you can transform into a nine-tailed fox the next month. It becomes happy hearing this, but it was for a few seconds. Then chief tells it he was just kidding. The writing of its hand doesn't mean this. The chief tells it will never get any elixir. It means it can't become immortal. It will never have powers. The chief says if you don't want to come to your real face, you have to take care of yourself. The chief gives it a knife for this task. After taking it, this fox soul moves in search of its elixir. It has stolen the special stone of the chief while leaving. The chief was worried about it when it left, because he has seen many students dying like this fox soul while searching for their elixir. He asks his companion to take care of 13 and to chase it. It wasn't that powerful to search for its elixir. Later, 13 is shown in a hotel and was in a village. A man named Zijin is shown searching for a man. He was asking about the man while showing his sketch to others. While doing this, Zijin reaches 13. 13 was having food, so it ignores the man. As the man moves far from 13, the magical stone he stole from the chief tells it its elixir is nearby. 13 leaves its food and starts finding it. It reaches a priest, and the old priest was treating people and catches demons in his paintings for this. He cures the people while taking demons' blood. Like he has treated a kid here, and seeing this, 13 again meets Zijin. It met him before in the hotel. As 13 turns, it gets scared from Zijin's donkey. It becomes furious and hits the donkey with its foot. The donkey also comes in anger and attacks 13 from behind. It takes it upside while flying in the air and moves from there. Because the donkey wants to teach it a lesson, and the village was ruined in their fight. Zijin was trying to stop his donkey while chasing it. The old priest is shown performing magic at Zijin secretly. This magic will protect him. 13 is shown in the mid of the forest. The donkey has fallen here and escaped from there. Meanwhile, Zijin arrives and requests it to return his donkey. 13 doesn't have a donkey, so he runs from there while escaping from Zijin. Now Zijin was chasing it. Running for a long time, they have reached the mid of the forest. They both were tired. They take a breath while sitting there. They look behind and find a temple there. Reaching there, the magical stone told 13 that Zijin is the man who will give its elixir. It also discovers that Zijin will give an exam for the government job. It starts behaving nicely with Zijin. It promises him that it will take him to the city safely. Zijin was telling 13, the man I am searching for is my elder brother. This donkey also belongs to my elder brother. He has come here for this exam. Later, 13 is shown at night and it was about to end Zijin. But the man who was assigned the task to take care of 13 arrives. He forbids him to end Zijin. Except for ending him, take him to a place where he will not have any hope to escape. Likewise, he will get scared. The place where 13 and Zijin stayed and the donkey is shown there. It wasn't a donkey but a guard of 13 and it becomes happy seeing it. After meeting it, they set their journey to the city. And they have become good friends unexpectedly. After a long journey, they reach a place where the scholars were preparing for the job. The job for which Zijin was also doing preparations. Reaching the academy, they decide to stay for a night there. Zijin sees a frog there and it was leaving the gold on the earth. 13 becomes greedy and chases it until it takes it to the owner of the academy. The owner was sitting near a pool and a frog's tongue attacks 13 from a pond. It pulls with it in the water. Zijin is also shown facing a giant frog. He was trying to escape from it and 13 also arrives. As they escape from the frog's tongue, the frog attacks them with its puff. They fall to a far place like a storm due to it and reach a place while escaping from the frog. They couldn't escape from the frog for a long time. The frog attacks 13 and engulfs it. Zijin runs from there. It reveals the frog isn't a demon but 13 was trying to scare Zijin with its guardian. Zijin again arrives with the fire in his hand to help his friend. They again transform into frogs due to it. He comes here to save his friend. But as the frog takes out its tongue to pull Zijin inside, he set its tongue on fire. Its face gets burnt because of it and throws 13 out of its mouth. Later, we discover them while traveling in the boat. The guardian asks 13 we should go to Kong City and there is a girl who can tell your elixir's color. Zijin also arrives at the place where they were talking. Seeing him, the guardian jumps into the water and transforms into a donkey and gets on their boat. Later, 13 tells its reality to Zijin and tells him it isn't a human. But it is a fox soul and Zijin gets scared hearing this. 13 promises him that it will not eat him and Zijin also comes out happily. And applies for medicine on its wounds. Now they are shown talking. Zijin was telling 13 he wants to meet a man named Darren and he is his role model. During their conversation they are shown at their destination means Kong City. They go to a place where the lovely ladies welcome them. 13 saw its guardian as a lady at this place. They have taken Zijin here because 13 will get its elixir from him. It means the thing with which it can become a powerful fox. Like I told you before, there are some colors of elixirs. According to it, they were given powers and the girl was about to tell 13 its elixir's color seeing Zijin. Meanwhile, two people take Zijin while saying two people are waiting for you. Zijin reaches the girl about whom I told you. Her name was Yinglian and she was lovely. She tries to attract Zijin but he doesn't want to go near her. Likewise, she wants to know the color of elixir while going near Zijin. As she goes near him, a magical power pushes her far from there. This was the power of the priest's magic on Zijin. Zijin feels he loves Yinglian and purposes her to marry him. Yinglian wasn't interested in his talks and seeing his body like she is scanning him. Because of the magic of the priest, she couldn't see anything from his body. Zijin sleeps and she goes to 13 and tells him she didn't see anything on Zijin's body. That's why she couldn't tell them the color of their elixir. In the following scene, we see Yinglian in pain, And we learn that her soul is in a flower. Her guardian has this flower. He captures her soul according to him. The scene cuts and Zijin is shown at the place where he has to give an exam. And was asking about his brother from everyone but none recognize him. He prepares himself for the paper and his exam starts with the other candidates. Their paper was lengthy and it was going on till midnight. Meanwhile, a candidate feels he has seen a ghost here. He tells this to everyone but none believes him. Everyone was distracting because of him, so he was thrown out. Later, Yinglian is shown the girl who will tell 13 its elixir's color. She separates 13's soul from its body in a single jerk. She was telling 13 there was a ghost according to the student. The ghost has captured the souls of many students here. Zijin is also included in those students. Yin Liang was saying to 13 this is the best time of getting elixir. She says Zijin's body doesn't have a soul and you can take out your elixir easily. Zijin is shown and he met with his brother in a ghost getup. Before he could say something to his brother he changes into an evil ghost. His friend 13 comes to help Zijin. Even 13 can end Zijin because of getting elixir, but he has a good heart and wants to save his friendship. That's why he was helping him instead of ending him. But this help of 13 doesn't affect Zijin and they get trapped strangely. Zijin was taken far into this trap. We discover about Zijin's brother. That the exam Zijin came for and his brother was also preparing for this exam. He died while giving this exam. That's why he has changed into an evil ghost here. Another evil soul attacks 13 and Zijin's soul was absorbed by his own brother. Magic happens here and his brother remembers his past. He has recognized his brother while remembering his past. He leaves him. 13 and Zijin got their souls back into their bodies. Zijin asks 13 not to lie with him. He asks, did you come behind me for elixir? If this is so, okay, I will give you elixir while sacrificing my life. But 13 doesn't want this now because it wants to release Yinglian. Here the truth of Yinglian reveals. It discovers the girl is a lovely ghost and before this, she was an orphan. She had none in this world, so the people used her in the wrong way. As a result, she became irritated and took her own life. She was changed into a ghost who eat human hearts. They used to drink human blood to maintain their beauty. After knowing Yinglian's truth, Zijin agrees to help 13. Now he wants to free Yinglian from all this. He goes to Yinglian and purposed her. But here Yinglian tells him the truth about her that 13 told him. Zijin still wants to marry her. Yinglian also gets ready to go with Zijin. They run towards a bridge. 13 was waiting for them, but Yinglian misunderstood that 13 still wants to end Zijin. There isn't anything like this and she attacks 13 to save Zijin. Zijin tries to save Yinglian from 13. Meanwhile, another fox demon arrives who has attacked Yinglian to save its companion. Zijin comes to Yinglian while leaving 13, but it was difficult to save her. Because she was about to die and tells him while dying she also likes him the way he likes her. Later, she disappears while changing into a smoke. Zijin likes someone in his life for the first time. And he was furious that 13 always lied to Zijin. He becomes aggressive with 13. 13 was also feeling guilty while hearing him. It also tries to end itself. Before he could end itself, a paper appears behind it. Suddenly, 13 disappears from the paper. It reveals the paper was actually sent by the chief of the fox tribe shown at the start of the movie. The chief tells 13 when the fox was about to fall from the mountain, the kid who saves it was Zijin. This is about the starting scene of the movie. There was 13 as a fox getup. And the kid who was saving fox was Zijin. The chief tells it actually, Zijin's body has white elixir. That can make 13 more powerful. The scene after years is shown. Zijin was searching for 13. After trying hard he finds 13 in a forest. He apologizes to it for the night he set ill to it being furious. Zijin sacrifices himself to give 13 the elixir for making him powerful. As Zijin takes out the elixir from his body, it reveals that wasn't 13 but it was its guardian. Who has come to take the elixir in 13's getup? It has been discovered from the chief that Zijin has a white elixir. It wants to become powerful while taking the elixir before 13. As it holds it, the elixir turns black. Like I told you, the black elixir is useless for them, so it leaves while dropping it there. As 13 knows this, it comes there in anger to take revenge on his friend's death. It starts fighting with its guardian, reaching there. 13's guardian was a six-tails fox, so it was more powerful than it. It defeated 13 easily. 13 was thinking about its friend Zijin while dying. While thinking, his hand touches the elixir which came out of Zijin's body. Surprisingly, the elixir changes into a white elixir. Because of it, it revived and changes into a powerful nine-tails fox. Now it has become the powerful fox of the time. As it was about to end its guardian, it remembers Zijin. He wants 13 to be a good fox. It leaves the guardian and the scene cuts. Zijin is shown again, and the confusion is Zijin was dead before. He was dead, but the reason for him to revive was 13 has put its immortality to make Zijin revive. It has changed itself into a small fox. After it, Zijin and the small fox were living happily. 13's guardian is shown on another side. It was imprisoned into a paper. It reveals the death of the students in the exam hall was because of this fox demon. Because it wanted to get white elixir. It has an evil soul, so it can never get white elixir. This film's conclusion was that evil is always defeated. Good people, such as 13 and Zijin, are always happy.